Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name's Rebecca of Artistrebeccals and this is the channel where we have fun with art and we fill many sketchbooks, and today we're going to be filling a page in this sketchbook. It's still my first bamboo sketchbook by Hahnemühle, and I only have about 12 pages left, if that. Now, this was from the 12th of May, but what I'm going to do is, I'm still actually in May, but you're watching this in the future. And what I'm going to do is take this peacock that I sketched really quickly this morning, just from watching the YouTube channel artist Art with Heather, or Art by Heather, I can't quite remember. And she was doing peacocks with the Caran Neocolor IIs. And that's exactly what I did. I grabbed my couple of colours and I just did this shape. So I thought I want to do it in different colours. And I probably am still going to do Neocolor IIs. So this is the reference that you can see. And I'm going to go get my colours. Let's go. By the way, I want to thank all of my current subscribers for sticking with me this long. I am on year 8 of YouTube, and I only recently got my first 1,000 subscribers. It's been a struggle, but it's also been a very enjoyable journey. I love art. It is my entire life. It is a way of life for me. And to share it with you and hopefully inspire you all means a lot to me. So my original regular subscribers that show up every week, every month, every year, I really value you. Thank you ever so much. Now, let's get into the sketchbook page. Okay guys, so I chose my selection of Neocolor IIs. And they may not all get used, but I went for these random colours. Pinky blues and purple, and an olive green, and this yellow. And so I'm going to put them to one side, and I'm going to start with, I think, red. And the good thing about the Neocolors is that they're water soluble, and so if you make a mistake, well, it's not really a mistake as such, but if you feel that you have gone in the wrong area, you can just get water and erase it. And we're going to get a water brush, and you also have to remember you need drying time after. I put quite a thick layer of the Neocolors and just doing circular motions to really get all that paint activated. There we are. And I'm going to just flip the page just to clean off my brush. There we are. And then go in and we'll do the neck. I'm pleased I chose these colours actually, because they do go together and they all kind of blend into each other. Okay, and then for the black, I'm going to use the purple again. Just a lot of it. And didn't clean my brush, so I still got a bit of the magenta on it. But that's good, it all adds to it. And then we're going to let that dry. Just bit more water to get rid of the texture a little bit. So then, well, we're going to let that dry, but while that dries, I'm going to add some basic greenery, because it's in the garden, never in the house. You'd never have a peacock in the house. When I lived in the United Kingdom, one of our neighbours had peacocks and they kept coming in our garden and they would jump on our flat roof, or my flat roof, and run up and down it early morning. It sounded definitely like Roadrunner. So we're still drying at the moment, and I'm going to add some sky. We'll do a little bit of blue and drag that down. Of course, if you don't want these texture marks, you can pick the pigment directly up from the crayon using your paintbrush. But I quite like these textures. Now, I want to add in the circles. It's relatively dry. Just random. And for the middle, I'm going to do the blue. Doesn't that look effective? So we've done a peacock in a completely different colour. What I am going to do is just add an eye. There. And do a bit more definition on the beak. And do a second layer around here. That's what's so good, that you can build up the layers. Then we get this nice pink, and we'll do the same. Clean the brush, and this adds, you're doing two jobs in one really. You're creating some nice marks on a clean sketchbook page that you can then put your work on over the top. But it's acted as cleaning your brush, so I like to do that. We'll just activate these eyes. By adding the water, it stops also it sticking to the next page and dirtying the page. I think I'll do blue for these dots at the top for their headdress. And we're almost finished. You can, obviously, when it's fully dry, add dried pencil. Later I might, but not in this video. I mean, off camera, I might. In these videos, I like to just get the actual fundamentals down while I have the inspiration, and then after resting and, you know, a couple of days later, I might go back to it and add lots of different elements, which you'll then get to see in a sketchbook tour. And that will be coming quite soon. This paper, I will say, does allow you to do about 2 or 3 layers of the Neocolors, which is pretty amazing, considering it's only about 105 GSM. I mean, it's crazy. I cannot recommend this paper highly enough, or enough. I really can't. The sketchbook is amazing. It's going to be my 2025 product pick, I think, for the whole year. It's just, once you've used it and tried it yourself, you will see what I mean. The fact that it can take watercolour. On Art Miranda, it's under 14 euro. It's like 13 euro something. On French Amazon, it's 25 euro. Or say 24.99, 23.99. But even with the delivery at Art Miranda, there is a minimum. I'm not sponsored, by the way, but there is a minimum purchase price on Art Miranda for people living in France, or it could be for everybody. You have to spend 25 euro minimum. So, adding a couple of sketchbooks and bits of other art materials, even with the shipping, it still makes the sketchbooks so much more affordable. And as I've said, it is 128 pages at 105 GSM. 90% bamboo fibre, 10% cotton rag, A5 size and A4. They are just brilliant sketchbooks. You can use watercolour in them with no problem. And as you can see, there's hardly any warping. Now, what you can also do, before you even start, is spray the back of your page with water, let it dry, and then do your watercolour. And it won't buckle so much. Doesn't work, I have to say, on the Canson graduate papers, because any water you add just makes it lift and roll, and it's awful. This amazing, amazing. I cannot recommend it highly enough. So, just going to, I think, do a little bit more definition. I'm kind of an artist that once I find something that it works, I will stick to it, you know? Like the Holbein watercolours and gouache. I kind of stick to them. I don't use any other brand unless they're out of stock in the Holbein. And then I have to substitute with Winsor & Newton or Shinhan. I think they're not my top choice, but it's what's available at Art Miranda or Jackson Art sometimes, but not as often. I don't often go there now. Are you having a go at drawing a peacock when you're watching my video? I'd love to know. And if not, have I inspired you to maybe have a go? Leave a comment for me. I love to read your comments. I love to know what you're drawing at the moment. Or if you're having a problem with your sketchbook at all. You know, any art-related problem. Leave it in the comments and I'll do my best to get back to every single one with hopefully a helpful solution. And with that said, everybody, I'm leaving it there. I thank you so much for watching. I really value your viewing and your support. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, to give me a thumbs up and leave a comment, share my video and watch to the very end, plus subscribe. Subscribing is free to my channel and it lets YouTube know that you find my channel inspiring and interesting, and they will promote it to more viewers. Thank you ever so much. I'm going to catch you really soon on the next video. Bye.